Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today's video is a review of a 30-minute sisters kit, namely 30ms SIS-Tc20g Tukirna-Diearth. Here's her box cover art with the main illustration and a close-up. This is a deluxe kit and her armed mode is called Innocente Form. This kit is from 2024. So let's take a look at the box. Here on the side, the usual 3 tampo printed face parts, one with a neutral expression, an open mouth expression, and a grinning mouth expression. She is at about 130mm tall. Here's her normal mode and armed mode called Innocente Form. These are the included parts: leg armors, arm armors, back unit, weapons. She has a clear runner for ring parts, and she has 4 pairs of hands. Here are some of the action poses. And on the other side, ways to customize using her own kit and from the other 30 minutes line kit. This one is from Spinacio Night Type. Since this is a deluxe kit, it's a thicker box and it's at about 7.5 centimeters. Here's her included instruction manual. Please do check out the unboxing and build video as I went over into detail of the contents of the instruction manual. And here she is in her complete normal mode. Let's take a look at her in 360. Here's the front, the side, the back, and on the other side, and again at the front. And since her kit is like a combination of Lirinel and Laranel's, they share the same height at about 130mm. Let's go over her kit. First, her normal mode. Let's take a look at the hair parts. So far, she is the first one to have a twin ponytail hair parts, and these are on a ball joint. So you can swivel the ponytails around. There's also a nicely detailed separation on the hair. And these are the details on her crest. Her kit uses clear runners for the ring parts. First, on the 30-minute sisters mainline, her kit uses the same hard plastic for the skirt parts, the same with Lirinel's kit. Her skirt parts also have a separate one for doing high kicks or leg raises. Here we have the usual connection points with coverings. She also has a unique shoes compared to the others. Her skin tone parts consist of the face, neck, arms, some parts on the chest, the thighs, and the sides of the waist. She has 2 connection points on her back, the upper and lower, and a really nice detail on the lower back connection part. Let's check on the articulations. First, on the head. As mentioned earlier, the ponytails are on a ball joint so they can swivel around. For the head, it can tilt forward and back, as well as on the side, or around. For the arms, you can raise it this much or turn it around. You can rotate the arm around the bicep, and for the elbow joint, you can bend it this much or extend it this much. For the wrist, you can turn it around or swivel it side to side. For the ab crunch, you can do this much, front or back, but only a bit for the side crunches. On the waist area, you don't have much articulation. For the hip joints, you have the usual drop-down mechanism for doing high kicks, but for this kit, you need the other skirt part where this one is a bit raised, so you can do proper high kicks. And then you can rotate it from the thighs. For the knee joints, you have this much bend and extension. And as for the ankles, and you can also do side to side. Let's transform her into her armed mode called Innocente Form. And here is Tukirna-Diearth's complete armed mode called Innocente Form. Let's go over it. Closer look on her head ornament, the back, her upper limb armor, the upper limb armor are based off of Lirinel's, but the one on Lirinel's doesn't have a connection point for the hands. The leg armor, which is based off from Laranel's, the same, only with different color. This one here is a blade or weapon attached on a C-clip. A knee armor. The knee joint for this one has a connection point. Here's the weapon. A closer look on the weapon. Her weapon can be detached and act as a dual weapon. One as a mallet and the other one is a short spear. And you can also transform it into a longer spear. And a closer look on the back unit, which is attached at the lower back connection point. The back unit has multiple articulation points. This one here, or here, as well as here. These parts can also be moved. These are attached on a C-clip joint. And this one is just a sphere, which kind of acts like a rabbit's tail. As for the articulations, just the same one for the head. The shoulder armor is attached on a clear ring part, which can be rotated. The elbow joints, also the same, but it can also bend this much. This part can also be rotated. For the leg parts, the knee joint bends this much, and the ankles this much. As mentioned earlier, this bladed weapon is attached on a C-clip joint. It also has a handle which you can use as a weapon. Next, let's go over her extra parts or option parts as well as the leftover parts. So these are her extra and option parts as well as her leftover parts. Here we've got the leg parts and arm parts. These are the coverings for the connection points on the legs. The two temple printed face parts, the neutral and the grinning expression, the ring parts for the thighs, wrists, and biceps, the hand parts. This is a back unit connection part, and this one's for a neck connection part if you want to connect it to another 30 minutes line kit. Some leftover parts, soles of the shoes, waist parts, upper limb armor parts, the one used in Lirinel where you can't attach hand parts, head accessory parts that looks like a headphone, and the extra skirt parts which you can use for high kick poses. Let's finally take a look at some action poses. Okay guys, so those are the action poses. How do you like the kit so far? Are you planning to get it? Or do you have it? For my final thoughts, I wasn't expecting too much about the kit since it is based off from Lirinel and Laranel's kit. So I already knew what the upper limb and lower limb armor looks like. But I was surprised that this kit looks really good. the head ornament, the back unit, and its weapons look really nice, as well as the color motif of this kit. It's mostly black with parts that look like gold or bronze. The weapon is of a beige color. The hair is also different this time because of the twin ponytails, which are on a ball joint. And this kit fixed something that looks weird in Lirinel's kit, which that it doesn't have this part where you can attach a hand part. The only downside that I can think of this kit is that it still uses the hard plastic skirt, which means you have to change it to the other one if you want to do high kick poses or even small leg races. In the joint video of Lirinel and Laranel, I gave both kits a 9 and their individual kits an 8, but this time, despite having this hard plastic skirt, I'm giving this kit a 10. It's a really nice kit. One question you might want to ask is which kit would you be getting? Is it going to be Lirinel or Laranel, or both Lirinel and Laranel, or just Tukirna-Diearth? So if you have to choose between Tukirna, Lirinel, Laranel, or both Lirinel and Laranel, I would suggest to get Tukirna. You would be getting Lirinel and Laranel's armors, but also a back unit, a different head ornament, and a transformable weapon. However, if you want 2 base body kits, then get both Lirinel and Laranel. Or a better idea is if you can get 3 of them, so you can have more kit bashing opportunities. So that is my review on 30ms SIS-Tc20g Tukirna-Diearth Innocente Form. So what do you guys think? Do you also like it? And if this video helps you in any way, or if you enjoy this video, please do give us a thumbs up, as well as show your support by subscribing. It really does help us a lot, and we really appreciate it. And with that, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next videos. We have more 30 minutes line kits coming up very soon. And with that, bye bye.